Oh man, it's an indie game. It's also a hyperbole. Here's a quick thing I want to say. This game... I don't know how to say this. If you're gonna do a hyperbole or satirical hyperbole, you shouldn't be on the nose. And if I remember correctly, this game is very on the nose. This is some really good particle effects considering the fact that we start with an incredibly badly pixeled thing. That particle engine is 17 times the budget of everything else currently happening on screen. This is the problem. You do not start with this if you're trying to do a hyperbole. Why am I saying that? There's a difference between a hyperbole and satire. Satire is you're like, oh, look at those goons with their goony stuff. Hyperbole is taking things to the extreme so that everyone's like, Jesus fucking Christ, that is a stupid one. Hyperboles are bad arguments because technically speaking, they're not the point you're arguing against. They're the point you're arguing against if they did more of the point they're arguing against. This game pretty much starts out with, ha 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 ha, DLC's funny. I do like, though, this is cleverly designed that you cannot skip buying the ability to go right. Though the capacity to buy things is where the hyperbole kind of loses its point. There are no refunds for that. No! Ah, that's the jump button. There's no sounds, indeed. I bought this on Desura a long while back. And then I realized, wait, Desura has Steam keys. I might as well do this. Put this in Steam. You know, again, a little on the nose. Stop touching my nose. Wait, 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 I have an option. I've got turbo. Turn that turbo to 50 times a second. I can just sit here and watch this happen. I want to see if that bar actually goes anywhere. Oh, it does. So, theoretically speaking, we could just stand here. I'm going to do that and see if I get anything for it. Almost there, almost there. Won't take much longer. It took about 50 minutes. It was a lot of time. Spent just sitting there, picking my nose, watching some videos. At least I don't get paid. That would be ridiculous. Go, go, turbo controller. Do things without me doing it. 50 minutes, man. And that's with a turbo controller. They knew what they were doing. Not a turbo controller, it's just a regular Xbox controller. It's just that I have X-Patter to map my keys to, so I can make it do whatever I want. We'll do the rest manually. Let me put that away. Why does it refuse? Perhaps I should down X-Patter. So why won't it... Why won't it... It won't let me. It's so upset at what I did! Maybe if I plug back in the controller, it's like, fine, I'll let you play the game. Wow. Wait, what?! I've got time. I've got all the time in the world. You're not gonna beat me, you fucking piece of shit. Wow! This is such a stupid thing to do, and it really protracts the period of time I spend on this. Because I can't do anything else, because it needs to be on the screen for the tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it to work. You know, tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it. Eat some cheese. Tapenade cheese. Actually, it doesn't contain any cheese. I don't think tapenade contains any cheese. What did I say? My effort is saluted! Yeah, that's... You do that on a menu, by the way. You can kill pretty much anything in this game. Gotta watch for the walls to see where you can get yourself secrets. I think they didn't do anything with wallets. Like, that's kind of a thing you'd expect them to do. They have wallets in fucking Far Cry 3. For no reason other than to piss off the player. Some things are worth doing the hard way! This is not one of them. I don't need it, but I can get it! Needs to be a way to quit that. Another good tip, if you're doing a hyperbole, try to stick to the hyperbole! This is... I don't know, games might not be the best medium for satire because of the whole principality of you are you and do whatever you want. That's expensive. So let's go over to the other side. Why did the frame rate drop down? I think I know why. Gonna have to look into that. Lots of bad frame rate today. That issue with the rise of the triad that I didn't necessarily see coming. Yeah, I got nothing to say. This game is really just going around doing stuff. It takes a certain amount of skill and know-how to write, you know, It takes a certain amount of know-how to write good satire. And it also takes a good amount of know-how to make a good game experience. This isn't bad. I play games that are actually bad. This doesn't have to happen twice. Just leave the NPC standing there. Holes in the wall. So many holes in the wall. Music is nice though. I guess there's always that. The animations are pretty good. Also, why is everyone's eye so big and square? It gives the impression that everyone's wearing glasses. It's kind of off-putting. But at least the level design is clever enough that you can never get too many coins to buy something so that you can't buy what you need to buy, which is the double jump. You know, we could have at least given an achievement for doing that stupid stuff. Double jump was extremely good, though. Got them pets. You know, at least it mocks the right DLC things, like the stupid horse armor pack that didn't do anything because horses in Oblivion were useless anyway. They're also useless in Skyrim, but at least it's an armor pack, right? Something plot-centric over here. Playing games, funny games, games with games. Games, video games, play some games, video games. Oh. Look at that. So good. How much are those other packs? Reminds me of Goldfish in RuneScape. They took an awful amount of work to get, but they weren't doing anything. At least they were, you know, in-game. You didn't have to get any... Yeah, I miss the old days. But you know what they say, once you become too big, you just have to start being a greedy bastard. People think, oh, it's cheap. No, it's not! Once you hit a certain threshold, stuff starts getting incredibly expensive. And you have to start thinking about the little ones, too. Like the micros and the transactions. Why are these little trees here? Serve absolutely no purpose. Email feedback. What year is this? 2002? We use Twitter since 1995. I don't think Twitter exists that long, but let's just imagine. Also, this game has card drops, because fuck you. We had like $50 left and thought it would be funny. Why does every game have Steam cards? Like, I understand for like games with like, oh, look at this. This is something you remember from that game. But lately, every game seems to have Steam cards. I'd rather not. I'm not very big on sexy outfits. At all. In fact, I'd like the exact opposite. So, excuse me for disliking you. Average straight white male style. Ha! Get on my horse. It's the one person I would care about. Oh, so why does the shopkeep not even have a house or something to do his shopkeeping from? He sort of sits there. I wonder what his brother was called. I never bothered to examine that. I think there might be a point to end it for now. Because this looks like they needed a load area. Sure are a lot of coins. Yeah, next time we'll do more of this. I'm sick and tired of that whole waiting stuff. And I didn't even get an achievement! I want an achievement for that. Because achievements are fucking stupid, so you might as well give them for something stupid like that.